Um, you sang on two of the Mick Mars songs
I
on the
did.
album, which, by the way, I appreciate you for checking out the episode, man. That me and my mate done. I fucking enjoy it. To be honest, when I heard that he was doing a solo album, because I thought it was gonna be John Corabi, because that was like one of the rumors or something like that. And
Yeah,
then I
they,
think what you were saying Nashville on the Rocks episode, I think they wanted to do multiple singers or whatever it is, but then they stuck with the one, and then you did two songs. Dude, it's just a hard hitting album, man. Like,
yeah, yeah.
it's
Well,
huge.
Mick had done. He had recorded a couple of songs that you can go check out. With Karabi, right? They did a
Yeah,
couple of
right.
teasers for some songs. Um, and that was a bit ago. And Karabi's awesome. I mean,
Yeah,
I love Krabby. He's great, and everything he does. He's a great vocalist, super nice guy. Um, but for whatever reason, and I don't know. I think Mick, he just had something different in his mind that he had stuff churning around in his head that he wanted to do, that and he was trying to figure out exactly what that was, right? And I kind of came in late into the process, right? So
yeah,
Mick had always he had told he when Paul Taylor got involved, on the writing with him and everything, through Michael Wagner, and of course Ray Lazier was already on board. Um, Mick had expressed that he loved, his reference was the Beatles. He even said that to me once, that he loved how they had multiple singers. You could get different textures and things like that, and then they had got Jacob Button on it, who's Jacob's amazing. You know,
yeah,
he's
yeah,
so
yeah.
talented. He's such a great musician, great singer, super sweetheart of a guy, just awesome guy. And Mick loved that, and it's funny. I tell people all the time, I was a placeholder. I had no idea that I would be on that record. Um, Paul was working on a particular song that him and Mick were working through, and he was, trying to work on some parts of it, and Jacob was somewhere else working on something, and Paul just needed a placeholder. Really, it was just kind of like, hey, I'm hearing this angsty thing, and would you mind? And I think he may have tried a few people. I don't know, but he was like, can you lay down a vocal on this? And we've worked together in the past on some stuff, and there was one song in particular that we did a while ago,
Yeah.
several years ago, that had a lot of that angst and that desperation kind of feel. You know what I mean? And so I think it kind of came from that. He's like, I remember you doing that kind of feel. Can you just kind of do it, and I can kind of see if what I'm doing works in this song,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So it's really
yeah,
a placeholder. It's just kind of to feel things with a vocal on top of it, and
yeah,
kind of to demo it, just to make sure things are working or melody works or whatever. And apparently, as the story goes, when he took it to Mick, and apparently Mick said that's the other guy, which was crazy. What a dream that is. You asked me earlier about my idols
yeah,
and being able to meet any, or work with it, and that's another one of those stories that you're just like, unbelievable that happens. And then yeah, and then we did Undone, and Undone ended up as a third single, and but everybody on that record are so cool. They're such great people. Mick is awesome, and uh, Chris Collier, ended up playing bass, or doing all the bass parts on that, and then mixing it. Michael Wagner,
yeah,
who's also a good friend and I love, and such a great guy. Ray and Paul and Jacob, and I mean, it just, what a team on that thing, and to be a part of that in some way is unbelievable. in a
Yeah.
small way.
Yeah.
Like how I can't believe I'm on that with those guys. They're just
Yeah.
exceptional talents,
Sometimes you think like it's all a dream until you realize you see your name in the credits.
Wholeheartedly, excuse me. Yeah, wholeheartedly. I mean, it's weird, I got the record hanging on the wall over there, and it's
Yeah.
it's it's mind blowing. It's surreal sometimes, and it's what's
Yeah.
surreal about it more than anything is, you really like the people that that worked on it. So that's the coolest thing about it. Uh,
Yeah.
but then you look at the sheer talent of those people, and you're thinking, what am I doing on this thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
these
Yeah.
guys they're incredible, and
Yeah.
I don't know, and but yeah, quite amazing, quite amazing. It's weird to look up at that record or to listen to it or hear it
Yeah.
places, and you're like, wow, that's
Yeah.
a super cool thing, and the music is
Yeah.
awesome. I love the record. That's the crazy.
Yeah.
It wouldn't
Same.
matter who sang it. I love the record. I love the song. So
And um